Happy November, and it's the first Tuesday of November, and you know what that means. What? That's right. Shelf Stable Pantry Recipe Day. So we got a bunch of channels. We have Tuliloo Creates, Crazy Days, Diane the Canning Nana, Fermented Homestead, Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking, In the Kitchen with Karen, Jenny's Scratch Made Kitchen, Linda's Pantry, Mennonite Farmhouse, Sutton's Days, and me, Prepper Potpourri. And we're all giving you a wonderful recipe to put in your shelf-stable pantry recipe book. And if you want the cover printout, I have that down below, as well as a printout for today's recipe. So, let's say you look at your shelves and you're in the mood for biscuits and gravy. And you've got a biscuit mix, so no problem there. But you don't have any sausage and gravy, nor do you have any sausage to make your own sausage and gravy. So you look around, what do you have? Well, you do have a package of regular beef jerky. So today we're going to try to make jerky, gravy, and buttermilk biscuits. Let's see how it turns out. And for your gravy, you're just going to need your jerky, 3 tablespoons of some kind of fat, be it butter, ghee, or in my case, I'm using bacon grease. And you're going to need 2 cups of milk. And I'm making my milk from the Nido dry whole milk powder. But you can use whatever milk you have on hand. Okay, let's see how easy is this to grate. Okay, it's coming out. Easier than I thought it would be. I'll be back. You do have to be careful using the grater. You can grate more than just the jerky. So one 2.85 ounce package gave us about 2/3, 3/4 cup grated, but there was this left over. You know what we do with that. So the best thing about these tidbits that I didn't grate up, I have to eat them. I love jerky. Of course, I really love homemade jerky, but any jerky is great. Now, this could have been probably grated down further, but I valued my thumb. On to the next step. I want to add a 1/2 cup of boiling water. Quite a 1/2 cup, there we go. After we add our 1/2 cup of boiling water, we're just going to let it sit for about 30 minutes. For your biscuits, you can use whatever biscuit mix you have, or if you want to make them completely from scratch. And to make them with buttermilk, I am using my powdered buttermilk. What if you don't have this powdered buttermilk or any buttermilk at all and you want to make buttermilk biscuits? Well, as long as you have milk, or in this case powdered milk, and make the milk up, you can make buttermilk in a variety of different ways. 1 tablespoon white vinegar and enough milk to measure 1 cup will make buttermilk. So will adding 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and enough milk to measure 1 cup and mixing it up. And if you have cream of tartar, you can have 1 3/4 teaspoon cream of tartar and 1 cup milk. And you'll end up with buttermilk for your buttermilk biscuits. So while we're waiting for the jerky to rehydrate, we're going to make our biscuits. And this indicates that you have to use 1 package and 3/4 cup buttermilk. Okay, and we're already preheating our oven to 450. Okay, time to put these in a 450-degree oven from, start checking on them at 8 minutes. And for your gravy, you're just going to need your jerky, 3 tablespoons of some kind of fat, be it butter, ghee, or in my case, I'm using bacon grease. And you're going to need 2 cups of milk. And I'm making my milk from the Nido dry whole milk powder. Now we're going to be making our gravy while our biscuits are in the oven. I am going to use 3 tablespoons of bacon grease. You can use clarified butter, regular butter, or tallow, whatever you have on hand. Okay. As we melt our grease here, we're going to add flour. Okay, add a little more. I'm going to mix this flour in. Now we're just going to keep on stirring this intermittently until we get a little bit of a brown color. So I'll be back. It's been a couple minutes and you can see it's turning a little tan color, but we want to go a little bit longer. Okay, now we got it a nice brown color, and that's what we want. We're going to add make sure we get all of that out. And yes, you're adding it with the water that you put on the jerky. Okay. Now we're going to gradually add our milk, because we don't know, will we need all 2 cups? Maybe, maybe not. We want a little more than that. Now this all depends on how you like your gravy, how milky you like it, how thick you like it, how much milk you add. Okay, I think that's about right for me. I'm going to let that thicken up. And I've left maybe 1/8 of a cup, so I didn't use the full 2 cups. So we're just going to let this cook down just a little and wait for the biscuits to come out of the oven. I'm going to add a little seasoned pepper here, and you may want to add some salt, but I wouldn't do it until you tasted it. Jerky is pretty salty on its own. Okay, I think that's thickening up pretty good. Better turn off the burner. Now let's pour some of gravy over our biscuits. Ooh, that's hot. Let's take a little bite, see if we need some salt. Little salt. Good flavor. There you can see the nice crisp biscuit and the gravy. So what did I think of the taste? It was okay. I think it tasted of the bacon more than the actual jerky because of the bacon grease in it. But it was good. It looked kind of like cat vomit, but it tasted much better. But I think maybe it would have been better if I actually just cut up the jerky with my kitchen shears instead of grating it. Also would have saved my thumb. So it worked out. My husband thought it tasted good, just different from, you know, sausage gravy, what he's used to. But in a pinch it worked out. And it made me think, what else could you make with jerky? So I started looking at some recipes. And there was a beef jerky chili recipe, a jerky and beans recipe, beef jerky stew, and I started wondering what would happen if you got the teriyaki flavored beef jerky. Rehydrated that, fried it up a little with maybe veggie and a little homemade teriyaki sauce over rice. Wouldn't that be good too? So, of course, a lot of these recipes are if you're camping, right? Because you can bring jerky with you. You don't have to worry about it spoiling. But in a pinch, on your pantry, you could use jerky for many, many other things. So have fun, experiment. Tell me, have you ever used beef jerky in your cooking? If so, for what? Please comment below. And if you're interested, I have the recipe you can print out and some of these other recipes for the other dishes I mentioned. So make sure you print them and put them in your shelf-stable recipe book. Because we're having fun and I want you to have fun too. Make sure, check out the other channels today and see what amazing recipes they have. As always, thank you so much for watching my videos, and thumbs up if you enjoy them.